Tay marker, Causeway review, guys. Get right to it. Action. What is going on, everybody? What's up, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan680.
I'm Angela Dakalian.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Movie Talk for movie fans to bring the movie world right into your ears, devices. Angela, what movie are we reviewing today?
We're reviewing Causeway.
Causeway, ladies and gentlemen. Causeway tells the story of a U.S. soldier suffers a traumatic brain injury while fighting in Afghanistan and struggles to adjust to life back home. You know, that sums it up. That really does. There's a lot of synopsis where we're like, where'd they get that from? I didn't get that. But this one,
at the core, that is truly the main storyline.
Main storyline here. Storyline. Jennifer Lawrence, of course, got me into watching this film. The trailers that I did see before watching this movie, I knew so let's give it a little context here, right? Apple TV comes out, make beautiful. I mean, it's granted it doesn't have a lot of content, right? They're not on Netflix. They don't have like a lot of TV shows, like a lot of movies, but we know this from personal experience that everything Apple TV puts out, 9 out of 10, it's gonna be a great film, great story, a great team.
Yeah. A lot of it's they won a lot of awards for
Ted
their
Lasso,
shows.
Movies. I mean, it's just like
was it not Good Morning America? It's
The Morning Show.
Yeah,
The Morning Show. I mean,
Severance.
There's Severance. C, I think that one Jason Momoa's TV show. It's gonna end off. Mankind, that other space.
For All Mankind.
Yeah, For All Mankind. I haven't had a chance to watch that yet. We kind of watched a little bit, but yeah, we're not gonna get too much into the details on that. But
Dickinson's also.
Yeah, Dickinson. Oh my god, I love Dickinson. Like, that show to me is truly amazing. Haley Steinfeld does a fantastic performing job there. But let's talk about regardless.
Circling back to the point, Apple TV does pretty good content, and it's a little bit out there, right?
Yeah, they're more artistic. They're not going to pull out all this like, let's make a movie about this. Oh, you know what? Let's make a movie about this cat, like Netflix
People love
does.
Explosions and cats. Let's do explosions. Yeah, so they do a lot of artistic films. I think they have the flex to be able to do that.
They got the money.
They got the money to be able to do that. So, I really enjoyed reading the topic because that is something we hear about, people
like
who
go
overseas.
Cherry with Tom Holland was about the soldier too, and so they're doing a lot of these essentially almost like similar to a biopic here. Jennifer Lawrence plays Lindsay in this film, and her story, her performing was really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed her performance in this movie so much. I enjoyed her camera performances. I enjoyed the expression she was giving, because that was the thing about this movie, is that whenever you come back from any case scenario here, when you're trying to do a performing arts here where the camera really shines on you, because it relies on you to perform, Jennifer Lawrence does not disappoint. She doesn't. Along with her co-star here,
Brian Tyree Henry.
Brian Tyree Henry. Yeah, we known him from so many other films, and the case that this brought out really was just how a soldier has experienced a trauma that has to come back to society and try to go back. Essentially trying to heal and it was a brain injury.
Be reintegrated into society, work, make friends, socialize. It's about her trying to get back to the way she was before she got deployed. And you're right, she did have a traumatic brain injury that she had to recover from. She was so lucky to be alive. Because there is a scene where she describes exactly what happened. And so you see her struggling because she's not 100% the way she used to be, because again, with brain injuries, it's so difficult with those to recover. And you see her trying to go through that rehab, but also still suffer some of the side effects as she has gotten better. And you get right, she's finding a job, she's finding new friends, and she does befriend James's or Brian's character, which is James. So you see them kind of I love their chemistry together. They're so great. And it's so funny because they just go with each other so well. They flow so well. So I really enjoyed their two performances on screen. And I really liked that we had her story of how it's difficult. It showcases how difficult it can be.
And how frustrating it is for her, because I love that. But when we got a lot of Jennifer Lawrence, we got a lot of her performance of something very similar to me, where if I can't understand, if I can't get it, it was very personal to me, because it's come on, body, work for me, especially when you're healing. It's just come on, work, and you get so pissed off, you get so angry, and I get that. I get that so much.
She's so there's one scene where she has something in her hand, and because like she still has those moments,
nerves,
very,
nervous,
very
tics
quick
or nervous
moments.
So
she drops whatever she has, you know, she spills her thing, so she gets frustrated, and I get that completely. Like you're frustrated because you know what you could do before, and you're struggling to get back to there, and she does that so well, like just acting and going through that and showing us that really happens, and so I really enjoyed her performance.
Yeah, definitely. This is directed by Lila, and that's the thing too, is that she really captivates a lot of the scene. This happened in New Orleans. This actually takes place in New Orleans. No. It feels like a small town. It really does, and I kind of feel like that's the major idea that they had here while filming this film. But okay, so the performance was great, right? For me, my personal take here was that the story was all over the place. I really could not. I mean, the focus of the synopsis is really straightforward, but the way this outcome came about, with the way the editing, again, we don't know how much more film it was. For me, I got lost in the story. I was like, what is this even about? And you kind of lose context. You kind of lose a little bit of like, okay, is it going to be of her becoming, trying to become whole again? Or is it her going back to society? And it's just very hard because it's like tries to be both in one of the, it tries to focus a lot on one or the other. And then it adds charisma here, you know, with James as well. And it's like, I get that. But at the same time, though, I'm just like, where's the story going? And where's it gonna outcome is, because there's you know, there has to have some type of end game here where the story ends.
I gotta say though, I did not like the ending too much.
I didn't like it either. Yeah.
I agree with the story itself. For me, was that it's a very straightforward story. Mm-hmm. You know, she's coming home from, you know, the military with this injury, trying to get back to her normal life. It's a very straightforward story, but I agree that it gets lost, that they're trying, it's not it's also slow. Yeah, well, it takes a very long time to.
I would say for me, for my take here, is that's very not necessarily depressing, but dreary. Like, it's very like
it's very dull. I mean, because you see certain points where she's repairing her relationship with her mother. Yeah, she's trying to, like, you know, have this friendship, her new friendship. She's trying to, like, you know, not be alone. Like, you see her progress, but I feel like it's taking so long
to get there,
to get that. And I get that, because I mean, it is true, you can't, things don't happen overnight.
Yeah, true.
And you know,
with this movie came out to be an hour and 32 minutes, and dude, I felt longer. I felt
felt longer. Yeah. So as much as I loved the cast and their performances
is good. Yeah,
beautiful, but I felt like the message got lost because it took so long to get there.
I'm gonna have to agree with that too. It really did for us. It's very dreary. It is. It's
very dull. Yeah. It drags a lot. Yeah. Very slow.
And I get that, though. I get that too, because there's a lot of dull moments in films. That's fine, and the ending ends up being great, right? There's so many movies that situation has occurred.
Like it picks up.
It picks up. All right, slow at this part. Even TV shows, it's slow at this episode. Okay, it picks up again next episode, right? Whatever the case may be. The point is that it actually has a good ending, but and for me, for my personal take here, it really didn't have necessarily like a good ending. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would, because it is Jennifer Lawrence. It got me in the seats. It's a very dramatic film, and I'm for those dramatic films. So I love give me a biopic. I'm 100% in. Give me a dramatic film where it's about a story where you're struggling and coming back to society, or just coming back from touring serving our great country and serving, just give me movies like that, and I'm 100% on board going to watch it no matter who's in it. Granted, most of the time they get lead actors, actresses who we've known, because they want people to go see this movie, like Lone Survivor. That's a crazy story. There's so much story to be told about these soldiers and everything. And again, this brings awareness to wounded soldiers. It really does, and I love that. That's a good message here. I'm gonna say, was this the fun that we deserved? Oh man,
I would say yes. No. I would say yes, just because you're right. Like, the message it gives that, like, our military, our service members go through this when they come back. Some of them do. They may not have all injuries, but they do struggle in their own way to reintegrate into society sometimes, because especially with her character story, she does get injured, and she has to go through rehabilitation, and so you see her story. So it happens all the time. So I appreciate that they showed us this story, because I feel like a lot of us don't realize the sacrifices of the it's not just serving and coming back. Like a lot of our
PTSD
veterans suffer through this. And so I think that message alone makes it, do we deserve it? Yes. Now, was it executed as properly or as I wanted it to be? I don't think it was.
Definitely.
I think it could have been a little bit better directed, maybe better written. I don't know, but it just, for me, it dragged so much that it lost that message.
Definitely. I'm gonna say that too as well. Rating 1 out of 10. 10 being the highest, Angela.
I would give it a 4.5. And I don't like halves because I'm
gonna give it a solid 4. I'm sorry. It got lost in the context, got lost in the story. I kind of felt, and again, this has nothing to do with the performers here. It has nothing to do with the performers. It's just a very dreary story, and it doesn't really necessarily, even the music. It just, I get it maybe they're trying to do a little bit too dramatic, but there's certain situations where a movie or a show is way too dramatic, and it kind of destroys its own dramatic, because it's like it's already it's almost to essentially to where like that drama already happened already, and like now you're trying to be more dramatic on the climax of this film. It just doesn't make any sense to me, because you're trying to be drama again.
You have to have a good balance with everything. And
with everything, with comedy. If it's a comedy, it has to make me laugh. Like She-Hulk did not make me laugh. The first episode,
the last few episodes.
The last 2 episodes were good, but it's the first episode and the last 2. But at the same time, I'm all like, does that really give the show that you really call it a great show after that? No. Yes. No, I don't. I don't think so. Because if only 3 episodes are good out of the 10 or whatever.
To be fair, I enjoyed more episodes.
Anyways, let's go back to Causeway. But yeah, it definitely relies a lot on the performers, and they do good. I really enjoyed the performance here, but for me, it did not save the movie. Yeah. All right, guys. Questions for you. What did you think of this movie, guys? What did you think of Jennifer Lawrence's performance here? Put a comments down below. Were you for it? Were you against it? Were you like, guys, you were crazy? I actually love this movie. That's awesome. But I guarantee you, I think this movie's really gonna split fans because I think
you're either gonna like it or you're not.
Yeah,
I think
it's one of those movies where like you're not gonna be like, oh, well, maybe it was good on some parts. No, I'm pretty sure either you're gonna like it or you're not gonna like it. But yeah. Put comments down below, guys. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan680.
I'm Angela at that Ange.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification to get notified for our movie reviews. Check you later. Stay safe, San Antonio. Peace.